to juvenile hall, ended up getting caught. I think I did about 90 days, 4 months or something, got out.
Yeah.
Came back, and then from that point on. And in juvenile hall is when I started to meet the bulk of other gangs.
Yeah, hold that thought right there, because everybody online, you always say on Piru. So people want to challenge and say, who put you on in Pacoima? Like, take 31s? Was they giving 31s? Or y'all just had to...
Well, you got some homies that because of who their family was, it was just what it was. My clique, didn't nobody put us on but our clique.
Okay.
And I think at the time, might have been Baby Bullet. I think Baby Bullet was probably about Baby Bullet born like 72, 73. Baby Bullet, and I might have been Chico or another homie. So my clique, we got a clique even to this day of 12 of us, right? And it's the clique before it's a set. It's PURU before anything. So we didn't take orders from the older niggas.
Right.
I was in place to know how to get the money. My house was a dope house. All the older niggas knew my pops gave us all the guns, right? We was getting money. I had 2 vehicles, right? So it was like we were self-contained with that. Even today, every one of my homies that then died, I buried. That's a baby gangster. You go to jail, Wack cover that, right? We deal with us first. If you get into it with a baby gangster from PPB, we gonna deal with you like you an enemy. We don't give a fuck about none of that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we all everybody in my clique got put on.
Right.
You had to get out there in the middle of the street, get put on. Actually, I remember fucking around after about 4 minutes of squabbling, that's a long squabble, I tried to hit the boy with the hate maker, Baby Bullet, and hit the motherfucking wall, bro. Busted all this shit was pink and white. I'll never forget that, right? And then after the put on, you had to go put some work in.
Right.
Immediately, wasn't no, you know what I'm saying? And that was the unique thing about our clique. Our clique was known for one thing, and everybody knew that. Like, you couldn't be part of that if you wasn't that. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I didn't come from an era where you get tattoos put on your face and walk and talk a certain way, and that's what it is.
Right. Now, is the politics in Pocoima different from Watts, Compton, Crenshaw, Inglewood? Like, is it a different politics in Pocoima?
You gotta understand, and a lot of people get this fucked up. An Inglewood nigga ain't gonna tell you from LA. A Watts nigga ain't gonna tell you from LA. A Compton, a Long Beach, a Pasadena, a Hawthorne, Pomona, I could go on and on. It's 88 cities that makes up LA County.
Wow.
The city of LA is very small. The actual city of LA. Luce County gonna tell you from LA. He's from inner city LA. Right? But Kendrick Lamar gonna tell you from Compton. J-Rock gonna tell you from Watts. He's not gonna tell you from LA. So Pacoima is one of the cities within LA County. So it ain't like we an hour away. We like 13, 14 miles outside of the inner city, right?
Yeah.
3 freeways, 5 to 110, 105, we in Compton, right? That quick. So it ain't like we operate that much different, but we definitely are self-sufficient, and nobody from Compton came to Pacoima and put us on Piru.
Right.
That ain't how it happened. Like, usually that's how that happened. A nigga from a Piru set go somewhere like San Diego, 5'9" Brim. That's LA 5'9" Brim. Big Country them went down there to San Diego. There's no 59th Street in San Diego.
Right.
Right? So yeah, but usually it's a facet that comes to your city and then y'all adopt off that. So we definitely self-sufficient and self-contained and maintained. We follow the ways of the valley. But when it comes down to it, we all go to the same county jail, same penitentiary, same juvenile hall. So it ain't like the rules ain't the rules.
Yeah, because I hear sometimes people try to discredit you. Some of the other Pirus, like they'll come out and say, "Oh, he from San Fernando Valley." He don't even.
Now here goes the thing.
Yeah.
I love when they do that.
Right.
You know why? I didn't squabble with the majority of Compton Crips over PURU business, because other PURUs, for whatever reason. When we go to jail, nigga, you from PURU, that's what it is. And my homies are known for running the yards, having the keys to the yards. I'm gonna tell you why I love when they do that. If I'm supposed to be, oh, he's just, then why am I the nigga that you gotta talk about for people to know who you are? Let's talk about it.
Right.
90% of these niggas, I'm the Drake of this world. I'm the Drake feature. If you're a nobody, you mention Wack name, put something in the title. Oh, you heard what Eric said? Who is Eric? Right. Eric said about Wack. Who said it? Eric. Eric. Here go the link. Through you mentioning my name, the Pocoima guy,
right,
the big bad, wherever you from, nigga, if that shit means something, right? Because there's busters and snitches, killers, homosexuals, busters and riders from every set.
Right.
And one thing about my homies, we known for putting in that work. You notice how many niggas from Pacoima you heard them, because right now they'll do it because of me. You heard them say he's a bitch or he's a snitch or
right.
he got rolled up or he. You don't hear that about Pacoima.
Right.
Not to say we don't have it going on, but it's at a very minimum. So the very same people that holler, oh, he's just from here and I'm from there. Okay, let's say I'm from Compton. Okay, you from Compton. Shout out to Compton. It's the motherhood of PURU. Without Compton, there's no PURU.
Right.
And that go for any PURU set outside of Compton. PURU come from PURU Street in Compton, right? Gotcha. Okay, you saying, I'm from Compton, nigga, and he just from there. Well, it looked to me like what you talking about ain't doing nothing for you because you hollering the Pacoima nigga's name. If you take out you mentioning me, a nigga you don't know, here go the math. A nigga you don't know, that nigga you ain't did no business with, a nigga that know nothing, but you say, why you just gonna go tell him I'm such and such from here and get on? Because nobody pays you no attention. You know why? You gotta mention the Pacoima nigga's name. And I don't see myself, I'm from Pacoima. I'm from the Valley. 12700, I'm a Niles baby. I'm original baby gangster. But I'm a PURU before anything, right? And when we in that jail, ain't no parks, homie.
Right.
Ain't no city. When niggas is moving shit, niggas ain't discriminating on what PURU you from. When the knifing is happening and it's going at it with these essays and whoever the ops is, right? Ain't no, oh, they from over here. Everybody into it. You know the coldest part about it? I always been a go-to on Wack, how we gonna do it.
Right.
Wack, we show Wack what we doing. Right? So if I wasn't who I was, people wouldn't talk about me the way they talk about me today.
Right. Now your first bid, I was watching the Vlad interview. You said you went to prison from 16 to 21.
22.
Right? To 22. Now in LA, going to prison at 16, were you charged as an adult?
Yeah. I was one of the first ones to get charged as an adult, as a minor. And usually they send you back to youth authority till you 18. Right? And then they'll send you up the way. But I already been to youth authority. I was in YA at 14. I started doing time at 12. So I went to the juvenile halls, juvenile camp, Silmar, Ventral LP, Camp Miller twice. Shout out to my nigga Mont Deuce from LA Lanes, because he was with me in a lot of these spots. And then I went to Nellis. I went to Nellis to do 9 months, ended up doing 2 years. You know, it's gladiator school. That motherfucker worse than the penitentiary. That's where I got introduced to pepper spray. I remember when that shit came to life. You know, it was a different world. My nigga Twin from Waterfront PURU was my right hand back then, Colon for Mui. So once I came home, a lot of pictures you see of me up, that was me in juvenile hall. I was swole. I was a monster.
Like this with the ponytail, like that.
I was like 19 right then.
That was crazy.
Right, so I was in the cell with my homie Big Crunch from Bar 9 Brim, Edward Savage. So when I came back, they was like, they sent a letter from Sacramento saying that due to his level of manipulation and sophistication, we don't want him back in the juvenile system. right? So the judge didn't know what to do with me. I'm in adult court. I'm going to Bad Eyes Superior Court, and I think I was looking at 15, 16 years or something. I had 2 counts of 245, fined into a vehicle, fined into dwelling of a home because I chased the niggas down and reclipped and got out on the house. I was busting at them, chasing them through the streets of Pocoima. They dropped the 245, they dropped the home, dropped the vehicle, left me with 245 and discharged the city limits and broke me down from like 15 to 7 if I would agree to sign the rights to go to prison. Now, the shit I signed released me to the yard. So if I got into a fight with an adult, they couldn't hit them with assault on a minor, right? So I hit the yard back then. And I'm gonna be real. I hate to say it, but prison probably the best thing happened to me because looking at what was going on in my neighborhood, certain homies that was dying and getting shot, knowing me and how I was moving, I would have called life have been dead. So I think the penitentiary allowed me to get grounded and rooted and find myself. I did all the gang banging, all the assault and the stabbing, the rioting, going to the hole. Then my last 18 months to 2 years, I found myself. I was able to politic with Crips and stop hate. I hated the Crip. I bring my big brother on there, he'll tell you, nigga. He be like, yo, you don't believe in God? I said, nigga, God put me here to kill Crips, the devil from Piru. That was my frame of mind. I was fucked up. I didn't understand. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know that this shit started behind a nigga stealing a jacket and some other shit. You didn't know the story. So you go in there and 3 strikes law just hit after I got my time. And I'm watching these niggas 30 years, 20 years. Every ordinary, they might have had a 5 or 10 beard, and I'm watching it. And I'm in here as a youngster talking to these grown men that's my father's age. And these niggas is like talking to a 15-year-old. And I'm like, I'm telling myself, what the fuck are you doing in here with these people?
Right.
For real. Right. But I'm in here. I realized then that I was a product of my environment. I wasn't that. Some of these niggas, it's all they got. So they don't understand multiplication and read and writing and application and real estate and all. They don't understand this shit. All they know is the block, the hustle of the block, the home girl, the park, give me a bucket, some weed, and nigga the party and some drink.
Right.
And shout out to them. But to me, I was always a straight A student. I was just in the street.